Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Eric Bretz, here with you inside the semi-final matchup of the NJAC Conference Volleyball Tournament. Tonight we will see the Stockton Ospreys hosting the Kane Cougars, the Big Blue Sports Center in Galloway, New Jersey. Ospreys come into this matchup 20-8. They're 7-1 in the NJAC, putting them at number 2. Their only loss coming to number 1 ranked Rowan in the conference. They played a doubleheader at DeSales on Saturday, where they beat Newman early 3-0 and also beat DeSales 3-0 later that day. Kane comes into this matchup 17-12. They're 6-2 in the conference, putting them at number 3. Only losses coming to number 1 Rowan and number 2 Stockton earlier in the season. They're 4-6 on the road compared to their 10-1 record at home. So it'll be interesting to see how they do with this packed gym tonight. There's a lot of supporters on hand for both sides. And we are just about set to go. Last matchup, as I mentioned, they played earlier in the year in conference play and regular season. It was October 11th. Stockton won by a score of 3-0. For the Cougars, Ashley Smith had 16 kills, 1 ace, 7 digs, and 18 points. And for the Ospreys, it was Haley Green with 13 kills, 7 digs, and 14.5 points. So we're just about set for action here. It's Cyan Seeger, senior out of Leesburg, Virginia, the libero tonight for the Cougars. And the first point goes to Kate Lauer and the Ospreys. Kate Lauer, nice freshman playing up front for the Ospreys all season. She has done very well, second on the team in points and kills, only behind the outstanding senior Haley Green. And that one's out of bounds. It was a nice play made. That was number 8, Ann Beckmeyer, sophomore out of Highland, Illinois. Now it'll be Aubrey Rensel once again to take the serve for the Ospreys. Up 2-0 is Stockton. This set up for Smith. Smith, the leader offensively for the Cougars. And a nice slam dunk there by Ann Beckmeyer, getting the first points on the board for Kane. And it'll be Morgan Hall, the senior out of Toms River, New Jersey, not too far from here. She'll take the serve. Nice soft touch by Kate Lauer, and it tipped off the hands of Ashley Smith up front. And now we'll get the first substitution. It'll be Haley Green in for Molly Eng for the Ospreys. And Morgan Hall will check out. Coming in for her is number 5, Maddie DiMartini. It'll be Kate Lauer to serve. Mentioned the libero for Kane. As a nice play there by Ann Beckmeyer once again. So I mentioned libero for Kane is number 3, Cyan Seeger. For the Ospreys, it's freshman Paige Anania out of East Brunswick, New Jersey. Now we'll see Ashley Smith take the serve. Hits the net. Nice dig there by Anania. Gets back to her feet and ends up getting it back over the net. Now set up here for Taylor Michaud, and that one stopped up front. Or excuse me, I thought that was going to the Ospreys. That's staying with Kane. As Taylor Michaud checked in moments ago, and now it's Haley Green for the Ospreys. And now Talea Witherspoon out, and it'll be Jayla Roll checking in, number 10, out of Williamstown, New Jersey. And the young libero, Paige Anania, to serve. This one's set up for Michaud. This one going for the senior, Green. Rensel sets up De La Torre. That was probably going out if Smith doesn't touch it, but she did. Michaud, once again, a nice little volley we got going. Good work by both sides here. And that was a tough setup for Camille De La Torre, as it was Taylor Michaud on the backside making the play. Good work by her, the sophomore out of Houston, Texas. And now it'll be number 19, Bella Stem, coming in for Cyan Seeger. And it'll be Ann Beckmeyer to serve. Set up for De La Torre, another nice freshman for the Ospreys, but it was blocked up front. Good work once again by Taylor Michaud. Having a nice start to this contest. And now Kane up 5-4. Nice play there by Camille De La Torre. Now here's Haley Green. Good play. It was Ashley Smith who couldn't quite get there. Now it's going to be Mendick and Capriglione to come in. Rensel and De La Torre to sit. And it'll be Regan Mendick to serve. Number 23 coming off the bench, freshman out of Newark, Delaware, excuse me. Nice play on the ball by Ashley Smith. Now Michaud. Now set up for Green. Good work by both sides. Not giving up. Michaud with a running start there. So played nicely by the Ospreys. Nice. And nice work up front. That's number 19, Bella Stem. Or excuse me, that was number 18, Aubrey Adams, the 6'2 freshman out of Chugayuk, Alaska. Coming a long ways to play some volleyball. She's done a nice job here to start. Made her presence felt. Nice play on the ball by Lauer. Morgan Hall got some heat on that, and then it was the freshman out of Alaska coming up with a nice play there, Aubrey Adams. 7-5, Cana in the lead. There's Aspen O'Brien to serve that one. And a nice play by Jayla Roll. She cocked her hand back for that one. Ospreys come within one. And now it's going to be Molly Ang to check back in for Haley Green. And it's going to be Ang to serve. Usually we see this with her and Anania. But Anania getting the start in the libero position tonight. And so Ang and Green are going to be substituting each other. And a nice play by the Ospreys up front. It was Kate Lauer made the initial contact. And once it was blocked, she let that one go. Nice work there. Once again, Aubrey Adams. Adams has had a nice season. She's got 139.5 points on the year and 114 kills. That's an ace there for Taylor Michaud as it hit the net, and it was a diving pancake attempt from Kate Lauer, but just not enough. 9-7 now. Taylor Michaud to serve. And that one goes over the head of Anania. Good judgment call there by the freshman Paige Anania, and she'll get subbed out now for Talea Witherspoon, who's a nice addition up to that front line of the Ospreys as well. And it'll be Jayla Roll to serve. Sets up for Ashley Smith. Now Lauer. Set back up for Smith again. Nice play on the ball by Ang. That goes rocketing into the sky. Now here's Lauer once again, and they're going to say that's in. Good work by Kate Lauer. Inches away from that one going out, but it's in, and we are tied at 9 now with Jayla Roll once again set to serve. Big point there for the Ospreys. That one set up for Adams, and it was light touch over. Not the same approach for Lauer. Now Mendick sets up Lauer. It's a little floated to the back line. Played well nicely by Kane, and Ashley Smith just put a little too much palm into that one. It looked like that one goes sailing over. Out again. So Jayla Roll once again will set up. Now Ospreys with a 10-9 lead. First set here in Galloway, New Jersey. And there's Talea Witherspoon with a great play. And the Ospreys getting a little life back in this first set. Set up for Hall. Now it's over for Capriglione. That one's sent up, and it hits the judge. So they're going to give that one, obviously, to the Ospreys. Nothing you can really do about that. A little bit unfortunate. And now, once again, Jayla Roll on this little streak that the Ospreys are on. Sets up again for the serve, and a nice play there by Aubrey Adams. Sent it right into the middle where there was it's kind of an awkward spot for the Ospreys. They just really couldn't make a play on it. Beckmeyer checks back in for Adams. And there's Talea Witherspoon. Great play. And now we'll get some subs for the Ospreys. Aubrey Rensel and Camille De La Torre check in. Regan Mendick and Emma Capriglione check out. And now Aubrey Rensel will set up the serve. This one going to be set up for Hall. And that one's going to go to the Ospreys. Head coach of the Cougars, Don Perkins, does not like that call by the refs, but it will stand, and it's now 14-10. Ospreys have come storming back in the first set here. Ashley Smith. Nice play up front. Now they got to get it over. And Witherspoon with a great play, almost a no-look. Sent it right to the middle and the teeth of that defense. No one was there for the Cougars, and there's a timeout there by Don Perkins and the Cougars. 15-10. We'll be back in just about a minute. Please stay with us. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the semifinal matchup of the NJAC Conference between Kane and Stockton. We are still in the first set here. Ospreys hold a 15-10 lead over the Kane Cougars. For the Ospreys and for Kane, they're both being led. For the Ospreys, it's Kate Lauer. For Kane, it's Aubrey Adams, both with 4 kills and 4 points on the night, leading both their teams respectively. Good work early by them, and there's Ann Beckmeyer with a lot of force on that one. Goes ricocheting off of Eng's forearm. And out of the timeout, Kane comes out firing. Now it's Morgan Hall to serve. And a tough play for Rensel to make. She goes sliding into the floor, but it's not one that you want to give up, not a point you want to give away if you're the Ospreys. It's such a manageable point. And that one by Hall goes a little long, so she'll take a seat. In for her is Maddie DiMartini. She'll come in and play a little back line as Molly Eng checks out, and playing the front line for the Ospreys, the senior out of Utah, Haley Green. Kate Lauer serving that one. Now this one's set up for Ashley Smith. Whistle blows. They're going to have a foot violation, I believe. So it's going to go to the Ospreys. Now we're going to see Kate Lauer once again take it. Set up for Smith. And that one's in. Good work by Ashley Smith, the junior out of Lake Villa, Illinois. Gets that one to go. Now it'll be Sedona Guard to check out. Coming in for her is Cyan Seeger, the libero of the Cougars. This one's set up for Green, and a nice play by Haley Green. Ashley Smith on the back side, or on the back line, I should say, was unable to keep that ball in control and keep it in play. And Ania serving. Now this one's set up for Michaud. And a nice play by Taylor Michaud. It hit the net and wasn't able to be played by any of the Ospreys cleanly. Good work by Taylor Michaud. She's only 5'5", but she really gets up there. And that's a serve ace for Ann Beckmeyer, as it went right through the defense of the Ospreys. That's her 16th of the year. And that one goes a little long, so the Ospreys will get that one back. And now we'll see Mendick and Capriglione to come back in. Rensel and Delatorre to sit. And Regan Mendick, freshman out of Delaware, is going to serve now for the Ospreys. Ospreys hold a 19-15 lead here in the first set of the semifinal Oh, that one was clearly going out if Anania doesn't touch it. I think she knows that. That was a tough play. Obviously, it's a split-second judgment call that they usually do get right, but good work by Kane, getting that point back. Maddie DiMartini checks out. Morgan Hall coming back in, working the front line for the Cougars. Capriglione gets that one tipped up front, and that one's going to be a point for the Ospreys. Good work by Emma Capriglione. She's been quiet tonight. Haley Green's out. Molly Eng to come in. Eng, the junior, out of New Providence, New Jersey. That one's set up for Adams. Good play up top by Jayla Roll. Nice dig there by Smith. Now Michaud. Ospreys got to get it over. Good work by the Ospreys. Now let's see if Kane can answer. Here's Michaud. And great work by the Ospreys again. Kane just has an answer for everything right now. Here's Morgan Hall. Set up for Taylor Michaud. And that one slithers through the arms of Roland Capriglione. And that's a point for the Cougars of Kane. Really hard-fought point there for them. It's 20-17 now. Taylor Michaud will serve. Sophomore out of Texas. Let's see what she's got. She's already got an ace on the day. Ospreys looked a little out of funk there. Set that one up for Adams. And a tough play by Molly Eng, and it's Morgan Hall coming with the point again for Cougars. And a timeout by Allison Walker and the Ospreys. So the Ospreys are holding to a 2-point lead as we go into this quick timeout. We'll be back in about a minute with the action. Well, let me just talk a little bit about the NJAC playoffs right now. It was Rowan and Stockton both holding the 1 and 2 seed, and they got a bye in the first round, did not have to play on Tuesday. But in that NJAC quarterfinals on Tuesday, it was number 3 Kane who earned the spot to play here tonight, beating number 6 Ramapo 3-1. And it was number 4 Rutgers Camden losing to number 5 Montclair State 3-1. So Montclair State earning a right to play number 1 Rowan this evening in Glassboro for the other semifinal match of this NJAC conference. And of course, the other one is right here in front of you, the Ospreys against the Cougars. The NJAC championship will be on November 5th, this Saturday coming up, and that's going to be hosted by the higher seed, of course. It's going to be Taylor Michaud out of the timeout to start with it. There's Capriglione with a nice play on it, but it's Cyan Seeger who's able to keep it alive, and Morgan Hall with a thunderous slam. And Paige Anania couldn't get to it in time, so now a 1-point lead for Stockton. Now Michaud will set up once again. And Roll trying to keep that one in. Line judge says out. So now we're tied at 20 in the first set. Taylor Michaud, as we mentioned, already has an ace tonight. That was her 23rd, looking for her 24th with something here. Unable to get it. Set up for Lauer. This one set up for Kate Lauer once again and gets blocked right up front. That's Aubrey Adams and Morgan Hall. Good work by those two. And Michaud, excuse me, it's going to be another timeout. We'll hold off on the Taylor Michaud serve. And we'll be back in about a minute. It is now 21-20. Kane holds a lead over the Ospreys. Please stay with us. Hello, everyone. We are back here with the semifinal matchup of the NJAC conference between Kane and Stockton. Kane holding a 1-point lead. It's 21-20 in late stages of the first set. Taylor Michaud has been hot on the serving circle as of recently. Mendick sets up Lauer. Lauer's been rather cold since the middle of this set as well. And that's Aubrey Adams, who's been on fire. She's got 6 kills now for 7 points on the night. She's having a great game. For the Ospreys leading the way, it's, as I mentioned, Kate Lauer with 4 kills and 4 points. Now here's Lauer. Played nicely by Seeger. Now sent over for Smith. Mendick setting up Capriglione. Now it's Michaud setting up Smith, and there's a nice play by Smith, finding the soft spot of the Osprey defense, and it is now a 23-20 lead for Kane. Set up for Lauer again. This one's for Aubrey Adams, blocked up front by Jayla Roll. And the sophomore out of Williamstown, New Jersey, gets a point back for the Ospreys. A desperately needed point, might I add. So, with help of Jayla Roll, the Ospreys stop the bleeding for now. 23-21, Roll serving that one. It's Brua setting up Morgan Hall. It was blocked up front. Now here's Smith. Now here's Brua setting up Smith, and it knocks off at Capriglione's arm. Goes out of bounds, and now it's going to be Ann Beckmeyer checking in for Aubrey Adams. And as for the Ospreys, it was Jayla Roll coming out and Talia Witherspoon checking in. Now I think there's a bit of a wet spot on the floor they're going to fix up. But now the Cougars only 1 point away from getting the first set win here. 24-21, Cyan Seeger with the serve. Set up for Lauer. And that's going to be an Osprey point. It was blocked across and back. Excuse me, it was blocked up front by the net, but it went over and out of bounds. So now it's going to be Rensel who's going to serve, who just checked in along with De La Torre. There was also Capriglione and Mendick coming out. So now Rensel will serve. Big spot here. 24-22. Brua sets up. That was Beckmeyer. I'll set up at Smith now, and Kane gets the first set here in Galloway, New Jersey. We're going to take a quick 3-minute break. But on the back of Aubrey Adams and Ashley Smith, good work there by Kane as they grab the first set win of the night. We'll be back in about 3 minutes. Please stay with us. Hello everyone and welcome back to the NJAC semifinal match here in South Jersey between the Stockton Ospreys and the Kane Cougars. The Cougars got off to a 1-0 lead after winning the first set just moments ago. 25-22 win for them. Tightly contested one, and we're here in the second now, and it's going to be not too sure who's going to start with it, and I think they might be figuring that out now. But what a first set it was for Aubrey Adams. 6 kills, 7 points. For the Ospreys, they just didn't really look like themselves there. It was Haley Green who's the unquestioned leader of this group with only 3 kills in that first set. Kate Lauer, her counterpart, leading the way with 5 kills and 5 points. Now here's the Ospreys, Mendick to start. And Beckmeyer hits that one in the net at first point for the Ospreys. But if you remember, that's how the first set started, and look how that ended, so that doesn't really tell you much. And now Beckmeyer with another attempt, and that one goes. Now 1-1 as Morgan Hall is now going to take it. Senior out of Toms River. She does very well up front on the front line for the Kane Cougars. She's got a lot of power in her spike. She definitely uses all the power she's got. And there's Kylie Brewer. She's known for her assisting. She gets a kill there. That's only her 33rd kill on the year. She's got 487 assists leading the team coming into this one, and assists, of course. And that one was set up for Haley Green, and that was a little out in front of her. It was awkward play. So now it's going to be Morgan Hall once again to set up the serve. This one's set up for Green. Nice play made by Seeger. Now Brewer gets it over. And coming off of Seeger's arm, it was a deflection, and now it's going to be Molly Ang checking in for Haley Green. It's going to be Ang to serve. It's also going to be Maddie D. Martini checking in for Morgan Hall. That one's set up for Ashley Smith, and that one goes a little wide, or a little long, excuse me. So now Molly Ang's going to set up once again. Now Smith once again, played nicely by Ang, and Rollo gets that one to go. It was an awkward angle for Ann Beckmeyer up front of the Cougars. She wasn't able to get that one. Ang once again serves. That one goes off DiMartini a little awkwardly. Seeger able to keep it in play, and Beckmeyer gets it over. This one's set up for Capriglione, blocked up front. Now sent over for Lauer. Lauer trying to get the soft, longer touch. Beckmeyer went with the aggression, gets the point for Kane. And now we'll see a substitution as Sedona guard checks out, and Taylor Michaud, Houston, Texas product, checking back in for Kane. Lauer with a little pooch over the front line of the Cougars, ends up working. Looked a little awkward there. Now we'll see Jayla roll once again. Brewer trying to catch the Ospreys off guard. And there's Witherspoon. They're going to give it to Kane. I believe it was a hand violation up front with the net of some sort. Aubrey Adams checks in, Cyan Seeger out for the Cougars. And it is Ann Beckmeyer, sophomore out of Highland, Illinois, took the serve. Soft touch by Aubrey Adams over the net. Allison Walker, head coach of the Ospreys, wants a little, she wanted a palm, I should say. I'm not too sure. A carry, I guess. And there's Aubrey Adams right there again. It was a hard serve by Ann Beckmeyer. Came rocketing off of one of the Ospreys. And it came right back to Aubrey Adams right on the front line. Beautiful play once again by Kane. Now 7-5, the Cougars are leading. This one set up for Capriglione. Tips off Ashley Smith. And it'll be a few subs now as Beckmeyer checks out and DiMartini comes in. That's for Kane, and for Stockton, it's Mendick and Capriglione out. De La Torre and Rensel coming in. Rensel also to serve. Tips off the net. Brewer setting up Michaud, and there's going to be a violation on Kane now, and it's going back to the Ospreys. Now tied at 7. As Aubrey Rensel, the junior out of York, Pennsylvania, now going to take the serve. That one a little deep, and that one's out of bounds. Nice judgment call there from the back line of Kane. Now Morgan Hall come back in for DiMartini. And it's going to be Kylie Brewer to serve. Brewer, the junior out of Mundelein, Illinois. A few Illinois players on this squad for Kane. That one's set up for Lauer, and that one's a little deep. Good, I should say great judgment by Cyan Seeger, the libero of the Cougars. As that was inches from staying in, but able to make the right call and ends up going out. So that one's set up. Soft play on the ball by Witherspoon up front, and they're going to give that point to the Ospreys. Tough play on the ball by Morgan Hall. Now it's going to be Molly Eng out and Haley Green to check back in. Now Kate Lauer stepping up once again to serve. Rensel sets that one up. There's a long setup for Green. Able to get over and sent right back. Witherspoon puts a lot in that. Smith's got to get it over. She's able to. Good work by Kane. Now this one's set up for Green, and Green kills that one and gets a roaring ovation from the crowd here at the Big Blue Sports Center on the campus of Stockton. Firing up the crowd, giving them something to cheer for. That's why they came, of course. Lauer once again will set up. It's now tied at 9. That was a big motivation point for the Ospreys. And it was Witherspoon maybe trying to do a little too much there. Little no look behind her head. And that one was fumbled on the front line, so it was a decent attempt and a good idea. Execution was a little flawed, so now it's Taylor Michaud once again setting up the serve for Kane, and good work by Lauer getting down and dirty for that one. Sets up Hall. As I mentioned, she's got some power on her spike. So does Green, but she can't even get a whole hand on it as she tried punching it over the net, but couldn't go. And it is now 11-9, Kane holding the lead. Head coach for Kane, Don Perkins, having a little discussion with Taylor Michaud, serving for Kane right now. This one's set up for Green. And Ashley Smith sends that one well wide of the out-of-bounds line. Now Talea Witherspoon out, Jayla Roll checking in. Taylor Michaud out. And I believe it's Aubrey Adams who checked in. And now freshman Paige Anania for the Ospreys to serve. That one goes over. Nice play by Roll. Nice heads-up play. Brewer setting up Smith. This one's going for Green now. Green with a nice last-ditch effort. Just kind of sending that one over with her fist. And there's Camille De La Torre, the freshman for the Ospreys. Nice, powerful finish there for her. And it is now 11-all as Paige Anania sets up once again the libero for the Ospreys. Tough play on the net. Osprey's got to get it over, and it's blocked up front by Aubrey Adams. Great heads-up play by number 18, Aubrey Adams, as she'll take a seat now. Coming in for hers, Ann Beckmeyer. There was Jayla Roll, who couldn't really see anyone in front of her. She was just knew where the ball was and knew it wasn't going to probably get over the net. So it was a blind shot for her, and it was Aubrey Adams who saw it the whole way. And there's Morgan Hall, who's had a very nice showing tonight. 13-11 now. Kane in control. And just as I say that, Seeger sends that one into the net. It's an error. Now Capriglione and Mendick to check in. De La Torre and Rensel coming out. And Mendick will serve. Only down one now, 13-12. Brua setting up Beckmeyer. That one goes a little wide. Good judgment call there by the Ospreys. Regan Mendick. That one goes well long. And now it's Morgan Hall who's going to set up. She'll serve now for Kane. Holding the 1-point lead. It's 14-13. This one's set up for Capriglione. Beautiful play by Seeger, getting on the floor for that one. Punched up by Green. Green lost her footing with Lauer on the backside. Glad they're both okay. Sent over to Green. Now Brewer setting up Beckmeyer. And what a play by Ann Beckmeyer, looking like she literally dunked it on the head of the front line of the Ospreys. And now it's going to be a timeout for Allison Walker and her squad, as we will also take a timeout here. We'll be back in about a minute. Hello everyone and welcome back to the second set of the NJAC semifinal between the Ospreys of Stockton and the Cougars of Kane. Kane got off to a 1-0 lead as far as sets go in the first set. Now looking to take it 2-0 as they're up 15-13 against the higher seeded Ospreys. Ospreys are at 2, Kane at 3. Not by much, only by a win, or by a loss I should say. Back to the action here. And here's Emma Capriglione with a nice play on the ball, sending it in the middle. Now it'll be Morgan Hall to take a seat. Maddie DiMartini checking back in. As for the Ospreys, it's Haley Green coming out and Molly Eng checking in. Eng serving. Sent over for Smith. And it was a tough play to make if you're Emma Capriglione. Kate Lauer had to tough play off her palm. Ashley Smith hit that one well, and she'll serve now. Sedona guard sits. And it's Taylor Michaud to come back in for Kane. That was Beckmeyer with the quick spike there, and it was Mendick unable to control it cleanly for the Ospreys. 17-14 now, and another timeout for the Ospreys as we will take a quick break once again. It is 17 to Hello and welcome back to the late stages of the second set. Kane took the first set, 25-22. They're now up 17-14 in the second set. And it's going to be Ashley Smith, junior out of Lake Villa, Illinois. Another Illinois product on this Kane squad. Serving to an Osprey team that needs a little more momentum here at home. Got the crowd on their side. They just need a reason to cheer. Capriglione sends that one a little deep. It was played by DiMartini and able to get over the net by Smith. And it's Kate Lauer sending that one a little wide. It's one of those things where you didn't see that very much in the regular season. This many little mistakes by the Ospreys that are costing them a few points here and there, but I think it's also a credit to Kane for adjusting to what they saw in the regular season. And that's Ashley Smith with a nice play from about middle to back of the line. She'll serve again. It's now 19-14. Blocked up front. Nice play by Kate Lauer. Quick dunk over the net, and it was a little too quick for, I believe that was Beckmeyer who tried to make the play on it. So now it's going to be Jayla Roll to serve for the Ospreys. Her squad down 4 points now. In the second set, they definitely don't want to go down 2-0. And a little pooch serve there from Jayla Roll. Goes out of bounds, and now we will see. And Beckmeyer it's played nicely by the Ospreys. Capriglione gets that one to go. That one looked good from up here. You definitely know who's good from down there. Emma Capriglione able to get that one to go right in the back corner. Now Rensel and De La Torre in. Capriglione and Mendick out. Aubrey Rensel to serve. This one's set up for Aubrey Adams, and she's adding on to her terrific night. A few subs for Kane. Aubrey Adams leading all scorers on the night with 8 kills and 10 points. And Beckmeyer's not too far behind her with 7 kills and 8 points. That one goes a little long. That should be an Osprey point. There's Taylor Michaud sending that one a little long. Now it'll be Eng coming out, and senior Haley Green checking back in. She's definitely got to dig deep along with her teammates, of course, for this one, but maybe a little more pressure on her being, that's an ace there for Kate Lauer. And as I was saying, maybe a little more pressure on Haley Green coming into this contest, being that if they lose, this might be her last collegiate play. Lauer sends that one a little long, so she gets an ace and then gives one right back to them. And it's going to be Taylor Michaud now to serve for Kane. 22-18, they hold the lead. Only 3 points away from securing a 2-0 lead already over the Ospreys. There's Green. Nice play up front by Roll. And they're going to give that one to the Ospreys. I think that might have been one too many hits for Kane. Maybe a lost track, not too sure. Sedona Guard's going to come back in. Taylor Michaud going to check out. Sedona Guard, the senior out of Haworth, New Jersey. And the freshman Paige Anania to serve. This one's set up for Hall, and that one gets tipped off of the front line. That was Haley Green. Ricochets off her hand, goes out. Aubrey Adams comes out, and Beckmeyer checking back in. Nice play by Cyan Seeger, but it was a little too much as Camille De La Torre brought the heat there. Hit Seeger, who's on the near side of the court, and bounced all the way to the other side by the scorers table. Good work there by Camille De La Torre as her and Rensel check out. And it'll be Capriglione and Mendick checking in. Mendick just served. Brua sets up Beckmeyer. Brua sets up Hall. And now Capriglione just has to get that one over, and that one's out. Good judgment there by Guard on the back line. Now 1 point away from a 2-0 set lead for Kane. Morgan Hall looking to close this one out for her and her squad. Mendick sets up Roll. Roll with the soft touch. Great play by Seeger. Gets it to go. And Kane wins the second set by a Hail Mary from Cyan Seeger. What a play. I mean, you can't really fault the Osprey front line. That was a hell of a hit by Cyan Seeger. Barely clearing the net and then getting it to drop on the other side. So we'll take a quick 3-minute break. Kane leads this NJAC semifinal matchup 2-0. Ospreys looking to work their way back. We'll be right back. Hello everyone and welcome back to the third set of this NJAC semifinal volleyball matchup between Stockton and Kane. My name is Eric Bretz, here to take you into this third set. Stockton down 2-0 on their home turf here. I should say on their home floor. It's going to be Kane to start with a serve on this set. It's going to be the libero, Cyan Seeger. That one goes out of bounds, and they're actually going to say, oh, excuse me, because the line judge on the back line said it was out. But there's a little conversation. There's a little conversation about whether that might have been in, actually. So that's what they're discussing now. The back judge signaled that it was out. Meanwhile, the other two judges at center court said it was in. They're going to call it in, and Cyan Seeger gets the ace there and will now serve once again. Good play by Kate Lauer as that one gets sent off a Sedona guard and sent into the stands for a lucky fan, only for a moment though. Of course, has to be sent back down. Can't be keeping them. So now it's going to be Aubrey Rensel taking the serve. And that one's set up. Nice play to get it over the net even by Ashley Smith after it was whiffed on by guard. Or excuse me, that was Beckmeyer. And that was nice work in front for the Ospreys, and they get the point back. As it is now 2-1, Ospreys in the lead. Brewer sets up Hall. Tough play to be made for Molly Ang. That one ricochets off her. Going back to Kane for that point. Now Morgan Hall, number 25, going to take it. Set up for Lauer. Guard, nice play. And Kane can't get it over. It was guard with the initial ricochet, and that was sent almost over the bench. They had to clear the Kane bench so Seeger can make a play on it. And it was sent back for Sedona guard in the middle, but she couldn't get enough to send that one over. So now a few subs for either side, and Kate Lauer, the freshman for the Ospreys, will serve. They're up 3-2. Nice play by Cyan Seeger. Set up for Smith now. And right in the middle of the Osprey defense. Now 3-3. Ashley Smith will serve. And that one's in. Good work by Haley Green. Now Talia Witherspoon's going to be out. Roll's going to come in. And Paige Anania, the freshman libero, will serve. Error there, and teammate Rensel trying to help her shake it off. It's now going to be Ann Beckmeyer from the back line for the serve. Rensel setting up roll. Goes off Beckmeyer. Nice play by Smith, and Brewer able to get it over. Now it's Green. And a great play as it ricochets off of Ashley Smith and goes into the fourth row on the near side here once again. What force Kate Lauer and, or excuse me, that was Haley Green. What force Green's got on that spike of hers. You don't see it very often. It's very special to see. De La Torre and Rensel out. Mendick and Capriglione in. Mendick with the serve there. Almost fell for an ace. It's going to go out. Stockton up by 1 now. It's 5-4. Regan Mendick sends that one into the net. Gives that point right back to Kane. Now 6-5, Osprey's in the lead. Kylie Brewer to serve. And that's an ace for Kylie Brewer. And now it's going to be Brewer once again to, or excuse me, that was Aspen O'Brien. And tough play to be made by Cyan Seeger. And once again, the Ospreys having trouble clearing the net on the serve. Now 7 all. It's going to be Taylor Michaud to serve. Set up for Lauer. Nice play by Seeger. Now it's O'Brien setting up Smith. Nice play by Seeger again. And a few frustrated Osprey fans, but they ended up getting the point back anyway. Good work there. I shouldn't say frustrated. I should be saying flat out angry. Osprey dads showing some heart here. Gotta love it. Morgan Hall sends that one out. It's now 9-7. Ospreys in the lead. Jayla Roll once again. Little pooch serve as we've seen. That one a tough setup for Adams. Mendick trying to catch Kane off guard. And no surprise there. Ashley Smith getting the point for Kane. She wasn't hiding anything that she was doing, and she makes them pay there. So it'll now be Cyan Seeger to serve. This one set up for Capriglione. Now Smith. Now it's set up for Lauer. Nice play on the ball by Seeger. Beckmeyer. That one goes out. Ospreys got a point there. It is now 10-8. Ospreys in the lead. The third set here. So now it's going to be Aubrey Rentzel to serve, and she'll come back in with Camille De La Torre. Emma Capriglione out, as is Regan Mendick. Now Rentzel will serve. Ospreys have had a little trouble serving as of late. Able to get this one over as Hall punches it over the net. De La Torre gets that one blocked up front. Now De La Torre again, trying to get the soft touch, and it's batted right back at her. I don't know if that was Beckmeyer or Smith. Either way, good work up front by the Kane front line. Now Morgan Hall is going to serve. Nice dig there by Eng. That was Lauer. Deflected off of, I believe that was Ashley Smith on the front line, and it's going to be an Osprey point. Kate Lauer to serve. Morgan Hall comes out. And for her is Sedona Garden. That'll be Lauer serving. O'Brien sets up Beckmeyer. Nice job by Green to even get it over the net, and then it's Aspen O'Brien. A beautiful play on the ball, catching the Ospreys off guard. Ospreys hold a 11-10 lead in this set right now. And it'll be Ashley Smith to take the serve. A little too much on that for Haley Green's return. And it's Ann Beckmeyer, who, that's like a cherry bomb in baseball. You can't be doing that. Setting her up perfectly to send her right back at you. And she makes them pay. That one's out of bounds. Nice attempt there by Witherspoon. Very close to being staying in. Now it's going to be Ashley Smith once again. Setting up for Haley Green, and a nice play right in the middle. Didn't try to get fancy and try to paint around the court. She just sent it right in the middle, and it ends up working out for her. Witherspoon checks out, roll comes back in, and Anania serves for the Ospreys. O'Brien sets up Beckmeyer, and Beckmeyer ricochets that one off of Haley Green up front. Kane now holding a 13-12 lead. It's kind of an important note that they have the lead now, because the past 2 sets when they've won it, they have crawled back from down. And once they got the lead, they didn't let go. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here. Nice dig there by Beckmeyer. Another nice dig by Anania. Now setting up Adams, who gets blocked up front. Now going for Michaud. Gets blocked up front. She able to send it over. Lauer setting up De La Torre. O'Brien setting up. That was Aubrey Adams with a soft touch to put it on the near side, and it was a diving effort from Haley Green, just not enough. Nice effort there, though. It'll now be Ann Beckmeyer, as the referee's having a little talk with the Kane head coach. And a timeout going to the Ospreys, called by Allison Walker. So Kane holding a 14-12 lead in the third set. They hold a 2-0 lead in the semifinals of the NJAC conference. And we will be back in just about a minute. Please stay with us. Welcome back to the third set here in Galloway, New Jersey, on the campus of Stockton University, as the Ospreys of Stockton taking on Kane Cougars. This is the semifinal matchup of the NJAC conference for women's volleyball, of course. Kane holding a 2-0 lead so far. They're up 14-12 and looking to close the Ospreys out with a sweep in the semifinal. Ospreys ranked higher in the conference than Kane. As Beckmeyer sends that one to the net, gives the Ospreys point back. A few subs for either side. So the last time that the Ospreys lost to Kane was in 2019. They came by a score of 3-1. Nice play there by Aubrey Adams. As we mentioned earlier, she is the freshman out of Alaska, coming all the way to New Jersey to play with her Kane Cougars. And it is now Aspen O'Brien to serve. That one once again set up and could have been another one of those cherry bomb moments for Kane if they were able to. Sent up. Michaud with a beautiful jump and finish there. She gets some air when she jumps. Taylor Michaud, the sophomore out of Texas, Houston, Texas. So it's Aspen O'Brien once again to serve. Her team holding a 3-point lead, looking to close out the Ospreys on their home turf in the semifinals. Aubrey O'Brien's definitely going to help them with that cause, as Aubrey Adams, I should say, excuse me. She gets her 12th kill now of the night, 14th point, leading all scorers. So it was a timeout by the Ospreys, I believe it was. So we're going to be taking a short break for this timeout. Kane's got a good amount of momentum as they're just about 8 points away from closing this out, hitting that 25-point mark. Ospreys obviously looking to get at least one set win here, just some momentum to carry into the next set. Obviously, they don't want to see their season end today. Their only senior on the team, senior out of Springville, Utah, is Haley Green. And she definitely doesn't want her amazing collegiate volleyball career to come to an end. Aspen O'Brien now setting up for the serve. That's Jayla Roll with the spike, and it was tipped up front, but good work by the Ospreys to get that point. Now Molly Ang's going to come in for Haley Green. Ospreys only 3 points away from tying it up. And a big serve here for number 3, the junior out of New Providence, New Jersey, Molly Ang. Leads the team in digs, and a good play. And that's an ace for Molly Ang, as it was Aspen O'Brien who was unable to make the diving effort. She's able to laugh it off. And Ang sets up the serve. O'Brien sets up Adams, and Adams makes him pay once again up front, as she has all night long, her 13th kill, 15th point. And it'll be Taylor Michaud ready to serve. And that one goes off the tipped fingers of Paige Anania. Was probably going out if she doesn't touch it, but a bang-bang judgment call there. Definitely could have stayed in, but looked from my vantage point at least, looked like it was going out. Just hits off the tips of the fingers of Anania and goes out, and Emma Capriglione with a nice play to get that one back for Stockton. Now they're going to say that it's going to be a Kane point. If I'm being honest, I'm not too sure why. But it's now 20-15. Ospreys get a point back off the serve error from Taylor Michaud. She'll get subbed out now for Sedona Guard. The Ospreys really got to claw their way back into this one. It's an all-or-nothing last-ditch effort for them now. 5 points away from their season being over. Ashley Smith has done a very nice job for Kane up front and on the back line, I should say, as Aubrey Adams takes a seat and Sedona Guard to come back in. It's now going to be Cyan Seeger, the libero for Kane, to serve. 21-16. Witherspoon gets that one sent right back in her face by Beckmeyer. And the Cougars are rolling right now. Stockton fans speechless. Seeger sets up again. And a tough play made. I think they're going to call a carry on Ang. And this is just all falling apart for the Ospreys. You got to feel for them. If they could come back and somehow win this set, that would be miraculous. Seeger now with the serve. Another tough play on the ball. Ospreys 1 point away from being sent home on their home court. 24-16. Kane on the verge of sweeping the Ospreys for the first time in not sure how long. It's been a while. And Witherspoon gets it back for the Ospreys. Good work by Talia Witherspoon. Quick dump into the Kane side. And it's now Capriglione and Mendick out. And De La Torre and Rensel checking back in. Rensel will serve. Huge serve coming up here. Set up for Beckmeyer. Nice dig there by Rensel. Now for Lauer, and that one goes into the net. And there it is. Kane advances to the final round of this NJAC Conference Championship tournament. They will play the winner of number 1 Rowan and number 5 Montclair State, who's playing tonight. And good luck to Kane the rest of the way. And good work all season from the Ospreys. My name is Eric Bretz. Thank you for everybody who followed along all season. And please stay tuned for the basketball season coming up now for the Ospreys. And I hope you guys all have a lovely rest of your Thursday night. Final from Galloway is 3-0, Kane winning. Have a good rest of your night. Eric Bretz signing off.